In today's video, we have 2 rat jobs that we need to figure out. One, rats inside of a wall where local companies have not been able to figure out. The other is a mobile home where rats are getting into crawl space, heading up to the living area and causing a lot of damage. We're going all out. Smoke test, investigation, rat vac, everything it takes to solve these jobs once and for all. And if you stay to the end, we're gonna give you an update on Brownie, the dog we rescued inside that bathroom. Let's get started. So just give you a quick rundown. This homeowner's been through 4 pest control companies and has been dealing with this rat activity in this one particular wall for more than 2 years. 2 years. As you can see, we're in the desert, and what we've discovered over the last 7 years is the desert rats are super aggressive, especially the city sewer rats.
How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for making the trip over.
You got it. The first step in the process is we're going to do a walkthrough with the client, John, so he can give us those critical clues.
It's right here.
Okay.
I'll take you outside. Straight up from here is a vent, but there are scratch marks on that exterior toilet vent. So you can tell something's been up there. Whether that was before they were screened or after, I don't know.
Okay.
So we really haven't found
The main source.
the entry point.
Perfect. We're going to start our process. So the first step is preparing the floors and getting ready for the comprehensive investigation. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning, sir. How's it going?
Good. All right, guys, so we have a shower here. We have a toilet over there, and then we have 2 lavs. And this is where he's been hearing the activity and the only spot. Okay, so while Brian is getting everything prepped in the interior space, we're gonna start on the exterior space with our ladders and get up on that roof. So here's the window, toilet's over there. He opened up the wall, sort of in this area right here. All right, quick tip, if you're a homeowner watching this video and you ever get sold on a pest control company who comes out and automatically wants to sell you these bait boxes and set traps up in your attic, it's a complete waste of time and money. You have to focus on finding and sealing up the entry points of the rats, whether it's the roof rat or the city sewer rat. All right, I'm coming back into that bathroom. We're gonna remove and expose what he opened up, see if we have any clues there while the guys are getting set up on the roof. I'm not seeing any activity based on this opening here. That's really strange. I'm gonna get Brian's reaction, Dave and Anthony's reaction as well. See if they can smell the same thing I smelled. Hey Brian, before you disturb that, give it a whiff. Let me know if you smell anything.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
So we don't want to disturb it right now. We gotta get a vacuum and stuff. Let's go get Anthony and David, see if they smell.
I'll let them know.
Okay. Anthony, will you come over here and do a quick check?
Yeah.
Yeah. Before we open up, I don't know if we should open up there, but will you smell that and see if you smell anything?
Let's see.
I feel like I get a small hint of it.
Right here. Try right here. Let's go a little closer.
Yeah.
A little bit? Not too bad though?
A little.
A little? That's because he's sick.
I am a little sick.
Oh, that's why. So get out of here. You're gonna get me sick. Get out of here. It's gonna be interesting to see what all of the other pest controllers missed. To our advantage, since that wall's already opened up and we have the customer's permission, we're gonna go ahead and make a bigger incision, remove some of that insulation, because guys, trust me, that insulation smelled super bad. So I want as much access prior to doing the smoke test. It's gonna be really interesting to see what we find behind that insulation. That's gonna take us to our next critical step.
Just dropping things, yeah.
Yeah, let's open up a little bit more so we have a little bit more room to breathe. That's what he's hearing right there. That's where all the scratching is. That's what it looks like. Yep. And that's what a rat nest looks like. Let's get all this cleaned up, put it in the bag, and then we'll start the smoke test. Alive?
Come on, Anthony. You're not scared of stuff, are you? You're not scared of baby rats? Maybe I think I was just imagining stuff. Is that poison?
Yeah. There was nothing really obvious, but we have the rat's nest completely out of there. We have that wall exposed. We have 2 studs on each end, so hopefully we'll get some smoke. I think it could be a sewer-related issue, but we just don't know yet. But we're gonna do that now. We are smoking. Yeah, you can tell a lot of guys don't know how to walk on tile roofs. You wanna step right here, always. Never on the center. While they're smoking, I'm gonna go back down to that bathroom, see if we can see anything. If you're a pest controller and you want to learn these step-by-step processes, head over to the link. We're gonna let the smoke clear and then re-inject it because we need to figure out if it's coming from this direction or this direction. That's gonna dictate the next step. This is where the smoke is, so behind this towel rack here, there's something going on. We have to be super careful, you guys, that we don't vibrate these out. Slide it out. Careful, please. Careful.
I got it, no worries.
We're working really well.
Very carefully. Very carefully.
Slow.
Very slow.
It's going to be interesting to see what we see behind this wall. See where that is? Yep, cut that. There could be some live rats. You've seen other videos where they're nesting and they're hovering inside those wall cavities. Here we go.
Doesn't look like there's anything there.
It's right there in that wall. Right there, somewhere, yeah. It's gonna be here. Okay, let's remove that insulation slowly.
Right here. Gotta be careful. Wide open.
Okay, now we're gonna start the smoke again, but it's right here on this corner. Check it out. We're gonna cap that pipe off, then we're gonna re-inject the smoke and do it all over again. We gotta go and check that attic. Nothing in the attic, and if you listen to John, he says the only time he's ever heard it was in this wall. Nothing in the attic, not any other place in the house except for that. So I think that's it. So the next step now is we're gonna get our sewer camera and inspect that line to make sure and verify that they haven't chewed through any other pipe below ground level. The other thing is we're gonna locate out front. We're going to highly recommend the rat blocker, especially the desert. I don't know why. Palm Springs, La Quinta, Cathedral City, Palm Desert, and even Arizona, we're finding very aggressive city sewer rats. So if you're in the pest control industry and you're doing rodent control jobs in any of the deserts that we just mentioned, we highly recommend that you reach out to us. Let's partner up. We'll give you the best advice, the best strategies, methods, a system, and the most amazing products to stop these rats once and for all. And the other great thing, guys, is if you're a pest controller and you're focusing on the roof rat, because we understand that you're not in the plumbing industry, we get that, right? So if you're sealing up the exterior, the roof, and all the holes, and after 7 to 10 days, the customer is still experiencing scratching noises in the walls, then you know pretty much guaranteed that it's going to be the city sewer rat. If you get the rat blocker and you team up with a plumber or even learn how to install them yourself, you can install them, wait it out a few days to see if it stops that noise. It's just a great additive to being an industry leader, especially if you have a lot of competition. The rat blocker is going to set you apart as a pest controller. And not only that, guys, if you are in the rodent control business and you want to level up your game and you're frustrated because you can't solve it, we have created an amazing online course. It's step-by-step that you're able to not only deal with the roof rat, but we're also going to give you some other secrets to deal with both the roof rat and the sewer rat. It's a complete done-for-you system. You see, after thousands of jobs, we have really put together a done-for-you program that will really help you. And you know, we're traveling all over the country, so it'd be our honor to partner up with you guys and really help each other out in solving these really challenging rodent problems for homeowners across America. So we're looking for you guys to reach out. We're trying to look for a clean out. We're not able to find anything in the front here at all. So let's go meet Dave. He's in the bathroom. We're gonna run the camera. We're gonna inspect that underground line to see if they've perhaps chewed in it. There's a lot of nesting material in it. And we're gonna be able to locate to see if they have an underground clean out, because we're going to highly recommend the Twins rat blocker so they don't ever have this issue again. Okay, so Anthony, takes him about 4.5 hours to get the cameras set up.
Usually 5 if I take my lunch.
You know what's interesting is that my generation, I don't know, the work ethic is a little different in the sense that we got up at 4:30 in the morning. We were digging ditches by 5:30 a.m. I mean, and these younger generation, you know, they like to wake up at like 8 or 9, roll up to the job at around 10:30 or 11. They just don't move as fast. That's my observation. Leave in the comments, do you agree or disagree? We have the camera, and you can see right away there's insulation in that wall where they're nesting because it's a dry line. If we force that into the main line, we can cause a stoppage, so we don't want to do that. All right, we're gonna take the vacuum and we're gonna try to extract all that insulation. With this 6.5 HP rigid, I think we're gonna be able to handle it, because this is what we use for the rat vac. Look at all that. Look at everything we took out of that line. We're gonna reinsert the camera, make sure that we extracted everything, and then inspect the rest of the line. Now that we've found and located the entry point for the city sewer rats, we're not stopping. We've gotta now do a thorough inspection, especially on this roof. Check it out. The other pest controllers did seal up all the roof vents, which is great. It's not something that we would do in respect to the vent caps, guys. You know, we're 3,000 jobs, guys, and we are seeing these rust out. This morning when we got here, there's a bunch of water droplets, right? So that's why we're using our rat caps. It's a big, big game changer. Yeah. Okay, he's up in the attic now. Okay. So we've got Brian in the attic area. What we're gonna do is verify this opening. You see the light? It's open right to the attic area. It needs to get sealed up anyways. This is a perfect example why you need to continue doing your inspections and dive deep into those attic areas. So Brian's on the other side, and check out his fingers right there. That's an opening where the roof rat can get right in. Good find, Brian.
Thank you.
So Brian crawled up in the attic, and look at the daylight and the massive opening right there. This is the area where Brian was sticking his fingers through. This is inside the attic. It's completely sealed up with our 1/4-inch welded metal mesh. You know, it's incredible to be able to get on a job and have all of the solutions from the rooftop all the way down to the sewer. We truly have invented the most amazing products to be able to offer your clients. And the lifetime warranty that you could offer is unbelievable, and clients truly appreciate it. Now it's time to show the customer the precise opening where the rats were coming and going. We found it, John.
All right, let's go take a look.
Okay, when you hire a rodent control company, not a pest control company, but a rodent control company, whether it's the roof rat or a sewer rat, our obligation to the client is to show you exactly, precisely how they're getting in and out, right?
Right.
So we did our smoke test. You want to show them there, Dave? So right here, see that pipe? Had a big old open pipe. Wide open. They left it wide open. So sewer rats were coming in. City sewer rats were coming through here, and they were heading that way. That's why you were hearing. You were hearing the scratching, yeah. This area is a really aggressive sewer rats. So we're gonna recommend a rat blocker that so you don't ever have this issue again.
Like a backflow kind of device?
Yeah, but it's specifically for the sewer rats, because the backflows that are on the market now, they'll just chew right through it over a year or two. Real rubbery and flimsy. So the smart rats can just chew through it, or they just move it out of the way and slither the way back into the underground drain system. This is a dry line, so maybe you guys own the house for how long? You said 14, 15 years? So prior to that, maybe, this line was there. It was a dry line because they capped off the water lines as well. So this line is dry, and then you guys are here part-time.
Right.
So that just gives them the accessibility. So there's a lot of rat sebum inside that line that's attracting other sewer rats as well. So really the job, the next and final phase, is to really get all of those pheromones out, do an enzyme treatment, repair that pipe, and then add a rat blocker, and you'll be good for life.
Where do you add that blocker?
Yeah.
Do you have a sewer clean out, a main sewer clean out in the front yard? We were not able to find anything.
Could it be right here?
Oh, that's it, John. That's it. Oh, I'm glad you told me about that. There it is. Perfect.
It's a two-way clean out. So at the bottom,
And how deep is it?
it looks like 4 or 3.5. It goes straight towards me, towards the street.
Okay. This customer wants peace of mind, never wanting to worry about city sewer rats ever getting into his drains. So here we go, let's get that installed. So you see that little bit of debris in here? This is especially for anybody that buys our rat blocker. All right, so what we're gonna do now is take our sponge. This is good for smoke testing as well, but also good for cleaning the stack for your rat blocker. What this does is it just cleans the inner walls. But let's say you're doing a smoke test, which we're gonna be rolling out a DIY smoke test kit. So if you're a pest controller and you don't want to invest in a $2,000 smoke machine, you can use our smoke candles and our whole DIY smoke kit, and this will be part of it. You just shove this down like this to block the smoke. Just like that. But also it cleans the inner walls of the pipe for your rat blocker. You see we're nice and clean now. Get some the transparent WD-40. Gonna spray in here. And I always glue a piece of pipe in our rat blocker. And we're just gonna drop this down. That's perfect. Hear that clanking sound? That's when you know you have it set. Look. All right, now we have to put our top ring on. So we'll measure it from right there. Here's our top ring. As you can see, here's the key to, in the future, if you need to pull the rat blocker out. So I marked the top of my pipe here, set this right here. The cool part is it doesn't have to be like perfect. And we're just gonna glue. I always want to use transition glue because this is ABS to PVC. Only rat blocker in the US that actually is truly trenchless and all metallized. All right, now we just drop it down, and that's it. Clean out cap just goes right over that. So if a plumber ever needed access, he just removes this, takes his fingers here, and then pulls it out. That easy. We are going to move on to the second and final phase, and that's going to include enzyme treatment with the twinzyme inside that wall to get rid of that nasty, nasty odor. And then we're going to use the rat vac and do some treatment inside that pipe as well. We're going to be using our welded stainless steel mesh. We're going to get rid of all of that wire mesh that they put on the caps that look ugly, that eventually deteriorate, and use our rat caps. And obviously we're not disclosing how much we're getting for this job, but I can guarantee you right now, we're getting paid what we're worth. And people are happy to pay those good, solid prices. Why? Because we're coming in as the heroes. We're coming in and finally solving this issue once and for all. And with the guarantee, with the products and the level of service, you are worth every penny. You can take that maintenance program that you're trying to get hundreds and hundreds of people on to try to gain value and revenue status for your company, but ultimately that's good for spraying for bugs. For rodents, that stuff's getting old, and homeowners are beginning to catch on and understanding that that's not working. So if you want to make more money, solve these jobs with complete confidence, whether it's the roof or the sewer rat, reach out to us. And when it comes to removing rats out of your walls, there's nothing like the rat vac. This is the only rat trapping device. It's a multi-catch automatic rat trap that just sucks rats and mice out of your walls fast. And the cool part is, once you set it up, you just walk away. And if you're a pest controller utilizing this, obviously you could put it in your kitchen, garage, anywhere there's rodents. This is amazing. Safe for pets. That's another great competitive advantage with this trap. But ultimately, if you're getting rats or mice inside of your walls and you seal up the entry point, whatever's left over, I don't care if there's 5, 10, 20, 50 rats or mice, this is gonna do the job. Okay, we are getting the rat vac set up. You never know when it comes to sewer rats if you're gonna trap anything. Oftentimes when we're doing our smoke tests or when we're making an incision inside the wall, the noise and the disruption causes them and forces them right back into that sewer line. We're gonna do enzyme treatment. Okay, Anthony's sealing up the hole. He said the stud is right here, but I told him the stud is right here.
I stole that joke from me.
Yes, I did. I stole that joke from Anthony. Yep, he hit the stud. He's definitely a stud. That is temporarily closed off. Now this side is where we're going to put in the rat vac. If there is any live rats, they're always going to go back to where they come and go. So this is a perfect position for us to put the rat vac. Now Anthony's getting the rat vac platform all set up. You guys, Anthony is a perfect case study. Anthony, how old are you?
20.
It's amazing the process that you learned from David and I. You've been with us for how many years?
3.
3 years?
3.
And now you have a system and a process where you feel comfortable whether it's roof rat or sewer rat, right? To be able to solve it.
100%. 100%.
Awesome. So when it comes to using the rat vac, placement is super important. Now we know that the pipe is here, so we know that if there is any live active rats, they're gonna wanna naturally go that way and they're gonna sense that it's blocked, and once they sense, they're gonna get into panic mode. So you see this copper pipe right here. I'm thinking about setting the rat vac right there. Why? Because they can climb up that pipe and have some stability while they're exploring the rat vac, and then they climb right in, versus down here where those pipes are. Now that we have the rat vac platform, it's time to bait and then insert the rat vac, right? So you add a lot of bait there, a little bit more bait right there in front of the sensor, and then you pre-bait it. Here's the ingress, so they're gonna get used to getting some of the appetizer peanut butter, then they go right in. Okay, we're gonna activate the rat vac, so you gotta make sure the vacuum is on. And then with a sensor like this is a good way to test it and activate it. That's how you get rats out of a wall. All right, so we didn't catch anything on the first job, but we got a call from what it sounds like a sweet old lady. Says, twins, I have tried everybody and nobody's been able to solve my rat and mice issue. Can you please come? Because it's getting out of hand. So we're gonna relocate, hopefully the rat back to her situation, because we're about an hour and a half and I'm not gonna be setting up the twin traps and coming back and forth. So we're gonna set up the rat back here if we feel it's gonna be the right fit. But let's go meet her and figure out how these rats or mice are getting in. All right, right off the bat, yep, mobile homes are challenging, especially with these gaps here. These looks like this is all filled in. So you were getting most of the activity here in the kitchen, correct?
Most of it, but
in the laundry
came
area.
in there, from there, and over there. I had poop all over the house before we realized that they were coming in.
Right. The other pest controllers, they set up rat traps, and you can see rat droppings in here. Bait's gone on these too. And the rats are coming from the crawl space, coming through here, right, right above the oven here. So, again, homeowners, if you're going to be hiring pest controllers to solve your mice or rat issue, do not hire anybody that's just going to come out and set a bunch of bait boxes and rat traps. It's not effective. You're going to continue to have damages. So, it may sound cheap in the beginning, but long term, you're going to cause more destruction. She said she had multiple people coming in.
Well, what they do is
a lot of them just didn't want to crawl underneath and stuff. They all told her they don't want to crawl.
Well, their company would not let them crawl underneath there. None of them went under.
Oh, that's crazy. When it comes to mice and rats in your crawl space in a mobile home, they're coming from the ground up. She's not hearing anything up in the attic area. So what we're gonna do is inspect and figure out where are the openings here. And as you can see, the line set for the air conditioning condenser. Check this out. I already found one opening. Look at that. That leads right into the crawl space. That's gonna be the main entry point right there. Here's the crawl space access. Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at how much activity there is here. Phone's not good there, but it's sealed up here. Oh my gosh, wait a minute. So if this is like this, okay, that's sealed up. Oh my gosh, guys. Look at, they've chewed the wood. They've chewed the wood right here. So they have a path. And then right above here, the electrical panel's open. So when I lift this up, you can see and you can smell the rat urine, and there's a big hole where they carved out the insulation to get into the crawl space. So this needs to be shut. Put a little screw there so this stays sealed up. We're in the backyard and you can see there's a big gap right here. And if you go in the crawl space, you can see the daylight. Look at that. See the daylight? You guys can barely see it. That right there. Bam. As you can see, we have some exclusion work to do, so let's get that done first. As you can see, we're using pure metal going across, which you can easily be painted, versus the other guys do is shooting foam. It's not sustainable, guys. We just put some bricks to hold the metal in place. We'll let this cure for a good 48 hours, and this should be completely sealed up. And then the other thing this is going to do is shed the water away from the house versus the rainwater going down, because you can see the crawl space is completely wet from all the rainwater. I added another piece of metal flashing on top of this. There's potential they can eat the tar roofing material and come through, so I added this metal now around this line set here, solid. I added another flashing here to get rid of the gap. So I'm gonna add the rat back right here because this is another opening. Okay, so I went ahead and added a little wooden ramp so as the rats come out from the crawl space, they walk on this little wooden ramp. I added a little bit of flavor of peanut butter to lure them in. And this is just gonna help them walk up faster to get to the rat vac. I don't know how much signal we're gonna get out here, but I wanna put a Wi-Fi camera so we can monitor the activity, especially coming and going here. Ready to slide the rat vac in? Nice and tight, see how it's completely sealed? The rat sucking machine. We sucked up 33 rats on a condominium complex a couple of months back. It was amazing. Almost there, getting the rat vac. I'm really happy with this setup here. It's awesome. Got all the electrical components out of the rain, and the rat vac fully loaded with peanut butter. Let's see how effective this is going to work. Yeah, she was saying that White Knight or another pest controller came, advised her to put glue boards and peanut butter and all that around, and it never worked.
Never worked.
Never worked.
I mean, they've caught like 10 rats, but it's not stopping anything. It feels like we're just feeding them. And there's a couple times they've gotten stuck to the glue board and then ripped their hair off and took off running. I mean, like, we've found giant chunks of rat hair stuck to them.
Yeah, that's, got all the rat traps out of here. Put wire mesh so they don't sneak through here.
Thank you.
We're all set. I'm gonna set these rat traps outside on the table. Yeah, and the glue boards, I removed the glue boards because the big rats can just come, lean over, and eat all that peanut butter. Those sticky boards are, and they're not.
Did you get the one behind the toilet in
I
there?
got that one out of there. Yeah.
Oh, good. It's funny looking at twins.
A few moments later.
It's the next morning at about midnight. Saw a rat go into the rat vac and we sucked him up. Yep, there he is. The other cool part, when you catch him in our rat vac, we just like to throw him out here in the wildlife. Coyotes have food, birds, hawks. Perfect food, no poisons, totally safe for our wildlife.
A few moments later.
All right, so we are back. This is the last one we sucked up. And surprisingly, we sucked up a lizard. So you can see the second one we caught. It's much bigger. As promised, here's a quick update on Brownie, the sweet dog we rescued out of that rat-infested bathroom a few weeks ago. Thanks to all of your love and your support, he's doing so much better. The masses on his body have been safely removed, he's had his dental work done, and he's finally starting to live without pain. He's just enjoying a life that every dog deserves. But our mission isn't over. Next week, we'll be turning our focus to Timmy, Gail, and Ralph, who are still living in the heartbreaking conditions surrounded by damage, hoarding, and the aftermath of the rat infestation. In our next video, we're going to give you our vision and step in to begin to restore their home and, more importantly, bringing hope back to their lives. We also started a GoFundMe, so if you'd like to be a part of this transformation and give back, the link is right there in the description. Every bit of support helps. Thank you. And this definitely deserves the rat dance.
The twins do it again.
Another successful rat extermination. Job solved. We will see you on the next one.